Hey everyone, AngryHoneyBadger here, and it is time for us to take a look at another high rank commentary game. With me, I have, of course, Ranger14. How you doing, Ranger?
I'm doing fantastic. Let's get this game started.
Alright, this game already a minute in, so minions will be spawning very shortly. But we're going to go ahead and cover the teams and who's on what side. Looks like Graves want to take some random tower hits, but whatever. On the, of course, the blue side, it looks like we're going to have Teemo in the top lane. We're going to have Volley in the jungle, Heimer mid, Jinx in bottom with Thresh.
Yeah, and now on the purple side, we have Nasus up top, Olaf in the jungle, Kayle in the middle, Graves and Sona in the bot lane.
Yes, we will. So, kind of some interesting picks in here. I think we see somebody picking Teemo, maybe trying to counter the Nasus a little bit by kind of poking him down early. We're going to see how that affects him. Kayle, I think, might have an upper hand in mid. We'll see how that works out. But until then, it looks like getting some leashes happening now in the jungle, and we'll get to see everyone going to their lanes as minions are now there right now. So we'll see what that does.
Yeah, both junglers are starting at the bottom buffs. So the top lane is going to be the hard, heavy hit ganks for the early game. So we should pay attention. That's going to really determine how the lane goes, just depending on how it works out for the junglers.
Looks like we have a few exchanges happening in bottom lane. Mid, actually, Kayle's trying to force Heimerdinger out a little bit. Now, if Kayle wants to utilize some of her damage, she'll definitely trying to combo up the Q and the E at level 2. Try to kind of blow him up a little bit early. We'll see how that works out. Thresh, actually, they're taking a handful of damage from both Sona and Graves as we have these ADCs kind of hitting each other back and forth.
Bottom lane is a rush to level 2. They both went Doran shields, both support, so they're trying to force the other people out, hit level 2 quick, and win the level 2 exchange, winning the lane pretty much really early.
Looks like Jinx is taking a handful of damage from Graves. Graves having that passive when he is standard attacking. Going to be getting a little bit more defense, probably helping him out in these exchanges a little bit. I don't know if anybody knows, but we just... Oh, actually, Sona's going to get grabbed. It looks like Jinx and Thresh working on Sona. Sona's going to flash. Thresh is going to try to pick up this first blood. He will be able to secure it. Graves is going to have to play safe, though, because he's only got a couple hundred health. Volibear's actually on his way up to top lane, too. He's trying to move in, but I don't think he's going to be able to secure anything on Nasus, although Olaf is in the river now too, and it looks like they might run into each other. Yes, they will. Both of them, of course, with both of their buffs. Teemo's actually coming down from lane. Nasus is still up there, but it looks like Olaf's just going to ghost to get out of there safely. But back to what I was saying a second ago, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Kayle actually went and dropped a ward on enemy red buff, noticing it's not there now. Graves getting grabbed. Wow. And Jinx picking up the kill. Good grab there by Thresh.
Those are two solid grabs by Thresh, which have just gotten him 2 kills. I mean, that is so quick that those grabs hit, get 2 free kills, and you have already put your ADC so far ahead of the enemy ADC.
Yeah, it looks like Olaf's on his way back up the top lane. Maybe he'll be able to try to gank Teemo now, but Teemo is pretty quick, and he doesn't have Ghost now to try to close the gap. They're moving in. Teemo's just going to avoid the axe, and he'll make probably a safe retreat. Although he's weathered, and he's going to be taking some damage. We'll see if they dive him. He did flash, though, to get a little bit of distance between him and them, so Teemo's going to live.
Yeah, Olaf just wanted to force that flash out. He didn't want to waste the gank. He didn't want to just run up there and hit him once and run away. He wanted to at least make Teemo take a bunch of damage or use his flash. So that was successful, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that works. Getting him to burn those summoners sets up opportunities for Nasus if he gets in some kind of 1v1 at least. So, but we're going to take a look and we'll see how all this treats us out. Actually, right now, surprisingly, Nasus is actually out farming Teemo. But Nasus did just go back, but kind of surprised with all that extra poke. We do have Kayle also ahead of Heimerdinger right now, so we'll see if those turrets actually affect this lane. Kayle might be able to blow them up fast enough that he might not be able to use them consistently, so those might not be able to use as a bullying technique. Although Kayle is going to flash in, ignite, and hit him a couple times, end him out. Although Voiler's flashing through the wall to come over to this Kayle, see if he'll be able to pick this up. A couple more standard attacks and a bite might be able to do it, but he is now slowed by Kayle's Q. I don't know if he's going to be able to actually close this gap now. She is healing with a health pot as he starts to run at her. He's going to slow her. Olaf is going to show up now. Will he be able to bite her? There's the bite, and he gets the kill. Olaf, though, now the 1v1 happening. We do have Graves from bottom coming up, but that leaves Sona out to die to the other two in bot lane. Graves will come up and help secure. Oh, he doesn't even actually get an assist. It was just Olaf picking up the kill on Volley.
Yeah, Kayle didn't either. She didn't turn around and hit Volibear once, which she should have done before she died, just to make sure she did get that assist money. So right there, I mean, everything worked out for Volibear. It was a great flash over wall to Wraiths and to track down Kayle and get a free kill, so that's a little unfortunate for Kayle.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how Sona got so left out in the open there. She may have got grabbed by Thresh. and kind of tossed around. But when Graves ran up, you would have thought maybe Sona would have went as well. Teemo doing some damage to Nasus with the Ignite and the Poison. It's going to be too much damage for him to withstand, and he will fall.
Yeah, he just died under a tower. That's going to lose a lot of farm, a lot of experience, and just a really good play by Teemo. He knew exactly how much damage he needed to do before he let that Ignite and Poison do the rest of the work for him.
Looks like Olaf's going to try to cover top lane, though, for now. We'll see how much experience he'll pick up from this. Will actually kind of help him out. Actually, we have Nasus TPing in on top lane, too. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen from it, though. Just noticed the little animation on the map, though.
Yeah, right now, Olaf is trying to camp Teemo, but there's just really no hope for a kill here. Olaf and Nasus just do not have enough CC to slow down a Teemo from getting away.
Graves and Thresh getting into a little bit. Thresh actually picking up the kill, though. He will die to the Sona. Now, did Sona take Ignite? I'm trying to look now. She did take Ignite. That's how she did end up getting that kill. I didn't notice Thresh was ignited, so she went for the extra damage with Ignite instead of taking Exhaust.
Well, that Ignite is to get you that level 2 kill. You want to go all in, try to do as much burst damage, and it just backfired for her. She had Exhaust right there. Graves probably would have lived, and this lane wouldn't be so bad. But she did go for that level 2. She went for Doran Shield, and just nothing has worked out for this Sona.
We got Kayle moving in on the Heimerdinger. She's just going to pretty much ignore the damage that turret's doing. Not enough. She's going to Half-Life him with just a couple abilities. We'd have Nasus trying to poke back at this Teemo, but it's just a little tough. He blinds you. And those standard attacks, I mean, they're worthless. They don't do anything. So Teemo obviously not wasting his blinds, using them correctly. And he's going to be exchanging probably a lot better than him. Unfortunately, though, Teemo is still behind in farm by about 15 right now. Looks like bottom's actually going to initiate quite hard on this Sona. We'll see if they can pick this up. Sona's going to try to flash just to get some distance between. But Jinx is low, but as she gets excited from that passive, she's able to get the room between her. Yeah. And the box coming down. I don't think there's any hope here for Graves. Oh, but with a barrier, he's going to be able to shut down Jinx. He will get grabbed by Thresh. Thresh picking up another kill. Ooh, a solid flash to that wall to get some space between him and Olaf. He'll probably be able to make it out safe now.
That was a really good play on Graves, just hang in there, do so much damage. He wasn't sick, so he had no ultimate, and that was why it took so long to kill Jinx. But this Thresh is doing some work on this Sona. I feel bad.
Volley moving in on this Kayle, the invulnerable coming out from Kayle. We do also have Olaf here. He is trying to work on Volibear, but that's probably the worst target to actually go for with that passive. Thresher's up there as well, and they're going to be able to clean those two up.
Yeah, Volibear with that passive is just way too tanky for a level, 6 Olaf to take down. It was just, he should have just left Kayle to die. Just kind of, wave to him, say sorry, but you're definitely dead.
Yeah, lost causes are lost cause. You have to recognize it when it is. Just apologize instead of feeding another kill. We'll get to see. Let's take a look at how everybody else is doing. We still have Kayle ahead of Heimerdinger right now in farm. Graves is kind of quite a bit behind Jinx at this point. Jinx actually with a BF sword. And that Vamp Scepter, we do have Graves, though, trying to get a little bit of damage to just try to keep up. He's got a couple Doran's Blades. Teemo kind of getting chased right now by Nasus, although the Shrooms are slowing him down, and Volibear is now up here. He's going to get flipped and slowed. Now with all this poison damage coming in, it looks like Nasus is going to fall. Volley will pick up the kill.
Yeah, he just got baited. He should have known the jungler was up there. That's about the same time Blue Buff was there. There's no reason for Nasus to hit his ultimate and just run. Just straight line for Teemo. It's not going to happen.
Looks like while that was happening in bottom lane, we had Sona and Graves using Crescendo, it looks like, because the cooldown on it is now up. And they picked up a kill on Jinx. That actually will definitely help them out. They need to catch up in a little bit of experience. Although Sona taking a couple tower hits. Oh, but actually she's going to be able to live through it. Graves trying to get this kill. He needs one more standard attack, and he'll get out. So he picked up another kill. So he's actually catching up now. That'll definitely help him out. Jaime, though, getting chased by Olaf
the axe.
And Kayle. Oh, he got the axe to slow him down. There's the big turret coming out. He does hit. Oh, and he will pick up the kill on Kayle as Volley now starts to get up here. But Graves has just joined the fight, too. Looks like Volley probably will just have to back out of here a little bit.
Yeah, Kayle used her Q to make sure she got the kill on Heimerdinger and did not have enough mana to ultimate. So that's just unfortunate. It was a great Q by Olaf to go over, like, just kind of guessing in the dark where that flash is going to land. But it was just, again, it was a really good Q to slow him down.
Well, so now that the mid laner is dead, looks like blue team is going to try to work on a dragon here. Everybody else is a little too low to kind of do anything, let alone there is no vision over here for them to see this. So blue team will secure the first dragon of the game. That will help them out. As we can see right now, they do actually have about a 2,400 gold advantage and a few kills. Other than that, though, everybody still has all their towers.
Yeah, Teemo is maxing E first, which is allowing him to constantly be auto-attacking Nasus, and when he gets close, just to hit him with a blind. He didn't, like, all that mana's not being wasted in blind, he is just trying to outlast Nasus, which is, an interesting strategy. It's not something you try to do, is outlast the Nasus, but it's working out for him.
Yeah, it so far is working out for him. The main things you kind of want to do against Nasus is either prevent him from farming. Obviously, you don't want to feed him any kills, but, I mean, he's not really preventing him from farming. It looks like Kayle actually is working on another kill as she goes invulnerable in front of those turrets. She will pick up the kill on Jaime. But I'm kind of surprised Teemo's not trying to get as much farm either, because Teemo can farm this lane pretty easily. He might be able to pick up this kill, too. They're both actually soaked from weather and from shrooms. They're both going to flash. One more hit. There's not enough poison damage there. Nasus will escape.
That's that flask right there. He had all those pots and flasks running during that fight, and it just let him live with, what, 5 health? So that's
just dropping the box to slow down the enforcement. Although a great crescendo by Sona gets her stopped, and now the kill being picked up by Graves. They're going to do some damage to Thresh. I'm not sure they want to dive this. Oh, no, Graves wants to. He's going to go for it. He does get ignited, though. He is probably going to die. Too many minions. Yeah. Oh, barrier, and he is shut down by Thresh, picking up 500 more gold. Volley, though, now charging in down here, maybe trying to catch up to the Sona, who has stopped moving.
Yeah, Sona knows she's dead. She doesn't want... There's nothing she can...
I like how they're both taunting each other that she knows she's dead.
No, this is
actually pretty funny.
Poor Sona. That was really greedy on Graves. They got the kill on Jinx. There was farm there. You can push the tower. There was no need to dive so heavily and waste your barrier. There's just no need. You're doing well. You caught back up, but you kind of just threw the lead again.
I think with a little better communication, Sona probably would have ran in there first, taken the first couple shots, gotten out, and then he would have maybe been able to pursue. But because your ADC with all your damage is taking that, he's not going to be able to escape. And it looks like the poison. Yep, there it is. Teemo picking up another kill. He does have a little bit more damage now. Nasus, though, trying to pick up some magic resist early on in this game to try to prevent this from happening, but maybe this is what's going to happen now. I don't want to say that Teemo's thrown off the Nasus build, necessarily, but he's going to have to conform to the damage Teemo's doing, because now Teemo is actually catching up in this farm, because he'll have the advantage of just solo laning it by himself. Nobody's there to stop him from farming now, and he's going to push this wave. Nasus will lose out to a lot of experience.
Kayle just finished her tooth, so Kayle's damage severely spikes when she finishes Nashor's tooth. So look for Kayle to maybe do some roaming, push the tower over quick, do something now that she's completed her first item.
Looks like Olaf's going to try to come in from behind here on the Heimerdinger. Kayle's going to move in too. This is a really safe
nowhere
gank.
To go. Just
yeah,
nowhere.
I was going to say, Olaf easily picks it up. Volleyball down in bottom lane, though. They're trying to pick up the kill. Sona gets actually a kill, doesn't she? On Thresh, but they're going to go ahead and dive this as Volley got the kill, and now Jinx will pick up the next kill. Yep, as she gets excited and runs quickly out.
So yeah, Volibear tanks it for a little bit, then leaves the kill for the ADC. Now just tank the tower for your ADC, it's not too hard.
No, not difficult at all. They both pick up a kill out of the deal, and Jinx can take 1 or 2 tower shots to secure a kill, because she'll get excited, run out real fast, not have to worry about too many tower hits happening.
But that's an exact answer. Mid lane was just pushed over, they double ganked, killed Heimer, and blue side did the exact same thing with bot lane. They ganked 3v2 and pushed the tower over.
Nasus Olaf moving in on Teemo. These two will be able to crush him quick. Although Nasus did take a handful of damage. Looks like they might try to actually push this tower down. We'll see. I don't know. They don't really have any minions. We'll see if they re-push this wave. We actually have Nasus getting quite low, and Volibear is on his way up to top. Nope, they'll just let it be, and hopefully they'll just get Teemo to lose out to some of this experience and gold.
Yeah, there is 2 buffs up for purple side. They're blue and red, and Dragon's going to spawn in about 1:30. So get ready for them to maybe try to get some ward control, maybe push bottom out a little bit, because they really need to get this Dragon to tie the game up, at least in gold.
Thresh trying to initiate onto Graves. Graves exchanging a little bit, but it looks like they're both just going to kind of take it easy for a second. We do actually have Kayle down here.
They don't know
and
she's there.
They can dive if they want. She does have her ultimate, and Jinx is just going to get murdered extremely quick, and Thresh will very safely reconsider doing anything to them as they take the well, not the second tower, the third tower of the game. Jeez.
Yeah,
lots of towers have actually fallen. We missed a couple.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. But yeah, again, it was a really good play by Kayle. Roam out, push that bottom lane out, so you can do Dragon when it comes up.
Kale's actually back on her way up to mid. She is coming in from behind. She's moving in on Heimerdinger immediately. Volibear is actually going really deep onto Olaf right now. Not sure he'll be able to catch up to that. Kale trying to do whatever she can, but now she's actually kind of on the wrong side of this, although she is starting to group back up with the Graves
got back up.
and Sona as they move up here. We'll see if no crescendo is up from Sona, so they're just going to take out Heimerdinger real quick. They're working on the ignited Volibear, so his passive not helping him out there, and they'll pick up a double kill.
The amount of damage that Kale is doing compared to Heimerdinger, just that was that might have been somewhat of an even fight, a 3v3, but Kale's damage is so much higher than Heimerdinger's right now.
Yeah, she's definitely... Ooh.
Oh,
great launch by Jinx. Thresh trying to...
Yeah, I'm really glad that happened. You just have to assume there's wards, people. Just take the extra 5 seconds to run to a safe place in lane and back. He backs right on a ward and gets picked off.
Well, we do have the game actually closing up a little bit. Blue...
Oh, no,
Blue
Purple
was doing okay,
ahead.
but Purple now is starting to...
Yeah, last time I checked, Blue was ahead by 2k, but now Purple has gotten 1k ahead with that, the bottom tower.
One tower ahead, so...
Yeah.
But I mean, this dragon is up. It is being pinged by Blue Team. I think they know they want to take it again. We'll see where he's at. We actually have a couple people in Purple Team's base. So if they move over here quick, it looks like Graves going to go keep an eye on it because I think they see the movement happening. So Graves might poke his head out just to see what's happening.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to test the dragon, though. That's just a free dragon.
Yeah, this is a 4v1. This will probably be a very easy dragon for them to pick up, which it will. So they're actually going to close that gold. So now we're almost about equal right now on the gold front. Although Thresh is going back in a weird spot as Purple Team is around here. We'll see if they want to actually get in a fight or not.
Yeah, Sona's kind of wrapping around with Graves being a little sneaky, but I don't think anything's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah.
we're kind of waiting, watching, but nah, I think they decided that they'll take the dragon, go back, spend some money, shop a little. Teemo, even though Teemo has been bullying Nasus, is behind in farm and doesn't have the top tower down. That's a huge problem for Teemo right now.
Yeah, and Teemo pushing, it's not like it's super tough to push with Teemo, but Nasus is able to stop it quick too. So that's going to be stalemate up there for a little while.
Yeah, plus
although
Nasus
we do have Kale moving in on Heimerdinger, it looks like Volibear there is to back it up, but we have Olaf and the rest of the teams moving in. Looks like we're going to get a solid 4v4 if they decide, but we get some pings to retreat on the map, so it looks like both teams might just give each other a little bit of space. Not sure they want to get in a fight there. Teemo has actually, though, just joined the bottom lane, so Nasus is just currently free farming his Q up in top lane.
Yeah, you never want to hear Nasus is free farming top, but he has teleport, and Teemo doesn't have teleport. So this is just in Nasus' favor. The team, it was a 4v5. Purple team just backed up, let Nasus farm a little bit more, has teleport if they do engage. It's a really good situation for Purple right now.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. Right now, on the map, if we have a consistent push coming across. Wow, that damage from Kale is getting up there. We have a lot of...
great
great grab by Thresh and onto those traps, but they can't really move in on that, but that was pretty, nonetheless.
They saw Olaf coming, they're like, you know, never mind, we're sorry.
We're going to get a gank in top lane. Volibear's going to move in. Oh, but he's going to get slowed by Nasus. Actually, a quick flash. Nasus is going to ultimate. He's going to go ahead and turn his attention to Teemo, but he does get blinded, so the damage not coming in. He's going to have to make a retreat, but he hits a shroom and will die to Teemo.
So well. Oh, poor Heimer. Poor Heimer.
Yeah, Heimer just got dove, but the...
Oh,
great Jinx rocket coming through for the kill. That was awesome.
Well, that was a great play on Jinx to even that up right there. Heimer comes out on top right there. So
Fox coming down from Thresh, though, now. Looks like Graves coming in. Sona is taking this tower. Actually, she might die up. She had a flash to get out of range.
She airballed
Thresh flashing back. Teemo's going to come now, join them. He's going to poke this Graves a couple times. Jinx will pick up the kill on Sona. Thresh trying to grab the Graves, but he will flash out away. I don't know if anybody can chase this now, too. We had Olaf slow him down. Although, we have the teleport coming in from Nasus. He's going to try to move in over onto this Teemo. He is going to slow him down. Oh, he flashed through. The ultimate from Graves doesn't take the damage from it and picks up the kill before he falls to Olaf.
That's unreal. Oh, he's going to tell you he did that on purpose, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was on purpose either, but it worked out in his favor. That was really good play, though. But, yeah, a good way to avoid an ultimate is flash before it hits you and just get on the other side of it. Looks like they're going to move in, though, on Jinx. Looks like Heimer's down here. And Nasus picks up the kill.
Yeah,
although they're going to have to be careful trying to get out of here. I don't know what he's doing. They're just going to turn it around and try to kill him.
They're gonna
he's
take
gonna
the
ultimate,
turrets.
get his life up, but he's
No
gonna fall
way.
to those turrets. Looks like Olaf's picking up the kill, but he's only got a couple hundred health.
Yeah.
And Volibear will kill him and shut him down.
Okay, so Heimerdinger's damage is very situational. It's in one place. All they had to do was walk away, and they're not gonna die. Like, Heimer's turrets cannot chase you down. So that was, maybe they underestimated how much damage those turrets do, but he had 3 turrets down in the super turret. Leave it alone, just walk away.
I think he was slow and still taking the damage, and I mean, yeah, why not walk like another foot further, get out of that damage? But maybe they felt like, hey, we can take him if we just turn, we can take him. So, but you know, you got to make the calls occasionally. Sometimes they backfire.
And Volibear took top tower while that fight was going on bottom, so that was a great play on Volley. The jungle at least getting some push in. It's really important that junglers do push lanes. You're in charge of pushing lanes, objectives, so that's a great play on Volibear's part.
It's also a really good way to catch up on any experience and gold that you need, too. It's a really easy place to find some of that and hit your next levels, especially if it's to get, you know, your level 2 ultimate and your damage spike to help you there.
Yeah, Kale's in trouble. Volibear's wrapping around. Teemo might have to fight his way out of this one, which is going to be just big.
We'll have to see who she decides to engage on if she does. She's going to turn around, yep, and go straight for Teemo. She will be blind, though, and Teemo gets ignited, but... Oh, a couple flash come in, although Nasus is here now. Gonna slow down the Volibear. Will they turn the fight around? I think they will. There's a Shroom, but it's going to hit minions and not champions. He is going to... Oh, yes, he will fall. Kale will pick up the kill. Kale currently doing quite well. We actually have Olaf, Kale, and Graves all with 6 kills apiece right now, so the damage is, and gold has been spread out actually fairly even between those 3 champions.
Yeah, Nasus is not... He's getting tanky now. It's becoming a problem.
Yeah, tanky Nasus, he doesn't have to have any kills, and the later the game goes, as we know, the worse it's probably going to get for them to have to deal with Nasus. Although, I will say, they do have a Volibear, so there is at least somebody there who will be scaling quite tanky too as the game continues, but there will be damage coming from Nasus, unlike Volibear, who, as much as he has it, won't have it spiking quite as much. Although, picking up some damage from not only the turret, but some Shrooms, Nasus is going to find himself low, but Kale's going to move in with the ultimate and quickly finish off Heimerdinger.
Yeah.
Oh, getting really, really low though from that ignite and that damage from the tower. Oh, and finding a Shroom. Teemo picks up the kill.
Well,
and Jaime actually got the assist on it too. Jinx and Thresh just running down Sona right now. We'll see if they can close this gap. Ooh, a solid grab, and Sona will fall.
Okay, even though Purple just died on all 3 lanes, they also pushed all 3 towers. All 3 tier 2 towers of blue side are down. That's great for control and just global gold.
Yeah, I mean, objectives for kills might work out for you actually better in the long run. So we'll see how this works. This is an interesting jungle fight we have happening, although Bot now is assisting. We'll see if he can get the grab. I was going to say a little late on that, not quite enough room, but slowed again. Olaf will fall to Jinx.
That's a great zap by Jinx. He waits for the ultimate to drop and then immediately hits him. And this opens up another free dragon for blue team.
Yeah, blue team's kind of been finding these dragons. They're finding themselves, too, ahead in the gold count still. But as we look at those lanes, I mean, purple team's doing a better job of shoving those lanes down. So I don't know. In the long run, we'll see who this actually helps more. Graves tried to take a little poke at getting that dragon, but no dice. Teemo actually picks it up with his poison on that time. But that's 3 dragons to blue team, and that's giving them a gold advantage.
Yeah, and right now there's a good choice for them to back out. They thought they might want to try something, but that Nasus is just really tanky, and Graves and Kale can do so much damage behind that Nasus.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, man. It looks like we have Kale moving in quickly. Barry trying to protect the Jinx, but not going to be enough.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
It'll be really interesting to see what happens with these teams. I'm not sure if... I feel like Blue's doing decent in their bottom synergizing, but in a 5v5 fight, I'm not sure how it wants to go, especially with this Nasus currently soloing all of them.
Yeah, he lost his composure right there. The purple team was not on the same page. They were doing race, clearing blue, and he just thought, I am a giant dog. I am going to fight, and that just turned out really poorly for him.
Yeah, that did not work out. But in a 5v5 right now, I'm not sure which team seems more comfortable. I've got faith in Olaf, Kale doing what they need to do and focusing targets, and that really tanky Nasus. But so far, Thresh and Jinx are also showing that they know what they're doing too. So could be a really interesting fight. We'll see where this game goes.
Yeah, it's the Heimer and Teemo scare me. Teemo has very short range and doesn't have an ultimate that can really change a team fight. And Heimer also has just one big whoosh of missiles and turrets down. So I think the scaling of Kale, Olaf, and Nasus will just overwhelm the overall scaling of Volibear and Jinx.
Yeah, it's really situational. If it's kind of the deal as if purple or if blue can get off all the right things on all the right people, it would work out perfectly. But if the blind doesn't come from Teemo in the right place, and the turns aren't placed in the correct situations in the fights, that damage will just be lost, and it won't prevent the other damage as well. So in a 5v5, it could be scary, although we do have them moving in. It looks like through. I don't know if they're actually going to get up here in time. Graves making an escape, and Volley will pick it up. Sona, though, running away. We have Kale, though, shoving bottom lane at the same time. She's going to try to get this tower. I wouldn't be surprised if she tanks through this to finish off this tower. So they have free entrance now into the base.
And Sona's going to go back and try to stop as many from backing as she can, which is going to help Purple Team push a little bit longer with that not support being there.
Yep, and they're going to pick up another tower in mid now. So more gold coming to them, and now they have free access to those inhibitors.
Okay, Sona might
Thresh, though, not liking being forced not to back. He's actually just going to engage on Sona and maybe pick up this kill. We'll see how this goes.
He doesn't have Ignite up, and he's running right into Purple Team. So let it go, Thresh. Let it go.
Yeah, he's going to have to stop that.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. Oh.
Ooh, Jinx showing up and picking up the kill. She flashed, though. She didn't really need to. I bet she probably wished she had that flash now. If she can get to that lantern.
Oh, he pulled it back too soon.
He did pull it too soon.
This is awkward right now. No one really knows what to do, how much damage they can do, but it worked out all right, I guess.
They're still kind of engaging, although we have Kale moving down on Volibear, doing some decent damage. I'm not actually sure if Volley wants to fight this. There's the Ignite. Yep, and that's going to be way too much damage for Volibear to deal with.
Yeah, I don't even think he needed the Ignite. There was just so much damage that Kale's pushing out that Volibear just ran in there like he could take him, and it definitely could not take him.
Yeah, definitely backfired quite a bit.
This engage is kind of weird. They're trying to... Oh, Jinx just caught him. But, again, they have no way of just keeping up the damage without Volibear there. They have no real stun slow besides Thresh.
Kale and Teemo just kind of got into a little bit of a fight. And Kale doesn't have ultimate, so this could be interesting, because a good blind from Teemo could be enough. Oh, but it won't. She's going to actually heal through it. She's going to be fine. She's going to push that inhibitor while the rest of the team gets in a fight outside of Baron. We'll see if they engage this. Actually, Sona's going to come in and let everybody... There's the crescendo hitting the Jaime. Jaime's going to get caught, though. Looks like he is going to fall, though, to Graves as Kale continues to push this with a minion wave, too, now.
Yeah. And the whole time, Kale, again, just pushing, gets the inhib, and this is going to make it so Blue's team has to pay attention to bot lane, which, with one person bot lane with no teleports, that's an easy Baron. Easy Baron.
It can be. Kale is down now, too, although we do have Nasus getting the slow on Thresh, trying to work on him. Box falling in. Can he get outside of it? He's going to get actually picked up. Nasus will get the kill.
But he's delaying Baron a little bit. Olaf went back. Never mind, they weren't even trying it. But... he really needs to get out there and put wards down. Thresh needs to have some vision on this Baron so that Purple Team doesn't get a free Baron.
Yeah, Purple Team's not going to be worried about all the dragons they've lost out, especially if they can pick up a Baron. That'll be kind of like final nail in the coffin. They'll have enough pushing power at that point, as they're showing. We also do have super minions now, too, in bottom lane, so Blue Team definitely going to have to keep an eye out on that situation, and if Purple Team can maybe find that right opportunity where one goes down to clear it, they can probably get a 4v5 and shove down the next inhibitor as well.
Yeah, that's very possible. Dragon's popping up in a minute, and Dragon now scales, so the amount of gold you get from Dragon throughout the entire game is just amazing, so you always want to have Dragon control. I would not be surprised if immediately as it spawns, Blue Team runs down to try to pick up another big chunk of gold from an objective.
Yeah, I'm going to think that, well, he just got stopped from backing. I was going to say they might try to make a quick back
Teemo
and then group. But, yeah, Teemo finding Olaf.
That's something scary to face check.
Yeah, that's not fun to find any time of the day. Although it looks like we're all starting to move in. Nasus is coming in. Looks like Kale's the only person not with them, but Jinx is in bot lane too. We're going to have a 4v4, although here's the TP by Nasus to get in a little bit closer. Great crescendo hitting 3 of them. And
this is
interesting.
Like
Heimerdinger's just going to get worked on while they all kind of focus this Nasus alone. But they're going to fight through this wall. Jinx does show up. Kale's not anywhere close enough to really work with the team yet. Teemo picking up the kill, though, on Nasus. Volley picking up Graves. Olaf getting maybe left out. He's going to... I think he'll make a quick retreat. Volley will fall to Kale. Kale's going to work on Jinx, pick up a kill there, too, for a double kill. And I think they're going to just pause right there real quick. Teemo wants to try to pick up a kill, but he's got to be careful, because if they move in right now, yep, there's the flash for safety. Although he just baited him into a shroom. There's a big poke. And one more hit. Is that going to be enough to take out Kale?
Watch out for the shroom. Watch out for the shroom. Oh.
Oh, and a shroom takes Kale out.
Olaf hits the shroom and it kills Kale. That's depressing.
Oh,
poor Kale.
So, but they're still going to be able to push this, although Thresh is here now. Thresh is going to go ahead and try to pick up a kill and try to stop them from taking that, but that won't be enough. Yeah, they're going to be a little too tanky, although Jaime is now here. A little slow. Omen
you might go down.
From,
you might. There's the ignite. Okay.
Yeah, there's the ignite. I say the Omen came out though from Olaf, trying to get himself a little bit of a distance between them, but wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah, Jinx being late to that fight kind of changed everything. For them to kill Nasus, they have to have that Jinx in the fight, and Jinx wasn't there, and there's just no one else that can do enough damage to make it so Nasus can't just sit there and tank you.
I mean, luckily Jinx did get there before Kayle. But the problem is if Kayle does come to a fight late and you've burned everything else on everyone else, Kale's going to show up and just clean up, which she kind of did when she picked up that quick double kill. So, because she's going to have intervention up, and she's going to be able to focus whoever's low and just blow them up with a couple quick attacks, especially with the way that Q and E work out on her. So, looks like Purple Team is going to get their first dragon of the game now. So, looks like the gold advantage now is going to be definitely on them. They're behind in kills, but they got the towers, they got the inhibitors, and they've got the pushing power.
Yeah, and Kayle hit Jinx for 60% of her health. That is, that's a big problem. That is a huge problem right now for your ADC. You have to protect Jinx now from Kayle getting anywhere near her. It'll just be an instant game over if Kayle can get onto Jinx.
Just taking a look before we get into another fight, back down to the numbers. We haven't looked at those in a little bit. Kayle definitely has a lot of gold. Look at those items, and look at the minion advantage she has over her enemy mid laner. So right now, the farming just a little bit better across the board on the purple side, and that's what's giving them that gold advantage, even though they're down in all those kills. They are going to go ahead and ping this Baron. Maybe they're going to do something about it, and they're going to go after it because Jinx has to go down to bot lane. There are super minions in the base, so if anybody comes to stop this will be a 4v5.
Volibear might try to run in there and smite steal, but they can't stop Baron.
Jinx is going to actually ignore bottom lane. She needs to get up here. They know this is happening. She's on her way. She's actually going to launch a rocket. Oh, Baron is going to get picked up, though, by Blue. He does pick it up, and Purple's going to go ahead and try to turn around and start picking up kills, though. But you got to be careful with Baron buff on the blue team. They might actually have a slight advantage, as it looks like Nasus is slowly getting caught out. He's going to get grabbed, though, and Teemo will pick up that kill. Another Shroom hits on Olaf, and Graves is going to get taken out by Jinx.
Kayle and Graves flashed after Jinx, and she was able to kite them both and kill both of them. That was a great play on Jinx. And I just have to say it, Saintvicious hit a really good smite. I just have to say
that was a good smite. I wouldn't have expected it, but, but you know, it's going to happen. Kayle actually fell too at the end of that fight. She hit one Shroom from Teemo, so they had Shrooms up in that part of the jungle, and that actually really helped him out there that time. It also caused Olaf to get really low and run away when maybe he would have been able to pick up another a kill, and that would have helped him out. But the gold's going to definitely help them out. They've got the advantage back on blue side, but they still have one inhibitor down. Should be respawning soon, the next couple minutes. And bottom inhibs back up, so no more super minions in bottom lane for purple team. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll see if maybe that was also a momentum shift, because right now I'd say purple was definitely having the momentum, but blue might actually feel a little bit better after that Baron steal. It might feel a little bit better about maybe initiating on someone, trying to get the advantage, the 5v4 then, and try to push something down, since they have not gotten anywhere near purple team's base.
Yeah, and blue's now heading gold. I mean, everything could change right now with this Baron buff. They have to push this advantage they have, whether it is push bottom, push mid, push top, doesn't matter. Just make something happen with your Baron buff.
Just taking a look at items, trying to see who's got a lot of damage and who's picking up
Oh, wait,
kills.
Nasus. We haven't checked Nasus' stacks. I apologize for that.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Nasus'
that too.
Q is at 420 right now. Not unheard of, but 35 minutes, 420, that's a good average of a... That's a big whack. Nasus is going to whack someone in the face real hard.
Yeah, and he's only got about, 3 big items finished. He's got his boots too, but he's pretty tanky right now. We'll see. I'm interested to see where he's going to go with his build, see which direction he wants to take it. Looks like blue team's trying to push down mid a little bit. Teemo, though, kind of off to the side, nowhere near his team. Got to remember, Nasus can always teleport in. He does have it up at the moment, so...
yeah, Kale's trying to wrap around and get to Jinx, and there's a lot of pings going down right now. And I hope most of them are, please protect me from this scary Kayle.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You kind of have to let Nasus do whatever he wants. It looks like we're gonna maybe get the TP to come in. No, he's gonna keep pushing his lane.
No, he has
looks like they're gonna work on Kayle. That's a smart choice. Although Graves is getting all the free damage off he wants. Although he's depending what he wants to do. Intervention's coming in, and Kayle will fall to Teemo. Olaf is now just running, trying to actually distract, I'd say, a little bit while we have Nasus going for top, although blue team knows about it and is pinging after it. We'll see if blue team decides to go after this mid and try to shove that down and see if we kind of have a base race.
Yeah.
While look like Volibear's going to retreat home to try to stop that push while the rest of blue team starts to push down mid lane.
Jinx kills things way too fast. Sona got caught out. That's really unfortunate. Only hit crescendo on one player. Nasus never teleported in. It's just a bad situation for purple. In the last 3 minutes, everything fell apart for purple team.
Yeah, the inhibitor will fall. Looks like Nasus is running from Volibear. And they're going to go ahead and try to do as much work. If they can pick up another kill here, yeah, they're going to have an advantage. They might just push all these turrets down. This could be the very end of the game. Nasus can't get back to home to help because he is currently being engaged on by Volibear. Blue team's just picking up every turret, and it looks like they're going to be able to win the game off of this push. Nasus not coming back to the team.
Wow, I did not expect that. That was a great turn by blue team. Jinx was she did so much damage they were not able to get to her. And that's really what it just comes down to. Blue team protected her enough, the blinds, staying away from Kale, and there was never a good Sona ult. There was never a time that Nasus was in the fight. He was always on the side being kited, and that just caused a lot of problems for the purple team that they could not shut down Jinx.
Yeah, they showed aggression with their pushes, and they had them going, but that end was really what was the problem. They made the one big mistake. They got caught. They didn't regroup, and because of it, blue team just capitalized on the opportunity and shoved down those towers. And, I mean, they caught that Graves right at the end, and that's right before anyone else is respawning. If he's dead, that's still an advantage to you. Might as well push and get the win. So, well played by blue team to pick up on those opportunities for the victory today on Summoner's Rift. Varus is going to have to back away, though we do have Skarner coming in from the river. It looks like Zyra's going to try to cut them off. That's going to slow down Annie, at least. He will get grabbed, though, by Impale. Oh, and he's going to get shut down immediately as Riven's here to help out as well.
And this is exactly what I was saying. Purple team had to make something happen, and they definitely did.